Think you know your shoot 'em ups? Do you know your Amiga shoot 'em ups? Well, here's one that may have slipped the net. I guarantee there'll be one or two people out there that won't probably have heard or played of this one. This is Wendetta 2175 for the Amiga CD32, or indeed, as it came out later, they'd always say for the Amiga 1200 or 4000 with a CD-ROM drive. And it really does look good. I haven't played this. Says it's got dust, but it's more because I've been bringing things out in the room and there's dust. I have to clean so much here. It really does look good. If we try and zoom in there, certainly with the tunnel sections, etc. Oh no, my memory's going to fail me right when I need to remember. The Team 17 game, or at least released by Super. Let's turn around. Where was it? Not Super Frog, Super Stardust. There we go. Which. Move things up the way. That one, Super Stardust. In fact, I can almost compare actually. There you can see the tunnel bit, and there's the tunnel bit. But look, really didn't want to do this side by side, but yeah, this seems to win over, even as I put that back, the Super Stardust, which is one heck of a game. So it looks very good. So the cover, as I always say this, it may seem kind of, not so much dated, but just ho-hum, let's say, now. But put yourself 20 years ago, it was all the rage to have computer-generated covers, and of course, yeah, that looks pretty neat. I'm not saying for back then as if it's really standing out, but certainly that is a cool cover. It's only now that we've got so used to this, you'd say, oh, my 15-year-old could do that. And that's because of technology. But for back then, that must have taken a few hours to render. So I think it's a German game. The fact that the German language comes first. Let's read the English down here. Wendetta, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, because if it's German, it may even be a different name, Vendetta. I'll have to look that up. It could be Vendetta, but with a W. I'm going to call it Wendetta anyway. Wendetta 2175, the most exciting space adventure in the history of human mankind. There's no space between history and human there. My grammar kicking in like a teacher. I hate that actually. Take control of a heavily armed spaceship with expandable weapons system. Alone or together with your mate, blast those incoming aliens into oblivion. So is it two-player... simultaneous two-player map? That is even. I didn't even know this. That is even better. This is fairly new, as I think I said just now. So, fly through 7 hostile alien worlds, feel the smooth horizontal scrolling, and experience the fastest and most detailed 3D graphics yet seen. I'm glad they put "yet seen" because there was a game I looked at the other week that was saying "you'll ever see in your lifetime," and it's like, well, no, not 20 years on, you won't. The PlayStation would have beaten it, the yellow PlayStation 4, etc. So, ever seen. Let those countless animation sequences get you into the mood. A product of its own league, the biggest action, no space again, the biggest action game ever on the Amiga. Well, okay, I just spoke too soon. Especially for you. Specially designed to use the advanced hardware of your Amiga 1200, 4000 and CD32. You mean or? Otherwise, just stack one on top of the other. The Amiga 4000 with an Amiga 1200 stacked on top of it and plugged into both of those, a CD32. That is sheer power for back then. Believe the press, the most spectacular shoot 'em up ever, said Amiga Joker. Well, obviously they actually meant surely in the Amiga world, because I think even, when was this? 90. Let's have a look. I'll open it so I don't. Yeah, this has picked up dust. I think because it was new, so it's picking up all the dust in the room. Not that it's that dusty, but yeah. Still can't see. I think this was later. I think this was 96 maybe. And bear in mind, by then you had Saturn shooters, so I don't know about saying that. But still, it does look beefy. It does look good. And I'll certainly give it a very good go. Let's just take the menu out and have a look. Yep, a little bit more in here. German coming first. Middle page. The game runs on an Amiga 1200 or 4000 computer equipped with 3 MB of RAM and a CD-ROM drive. on Amiga CD32 consoles or any compatible. Right, so CD32 should be fine. Sorry, had that with the glare there. So that's worth knowing. If you have an Amiga 1200 or 4000, you need 3 meg RAM, not 2. Starting the game, considering that it should be, yeah, it says to have the game CD in first before the BIOS, the beautiful CD32 BIOS attract screen comes up, because that actually takes up just a tiny bit of memory and then it probably wouldn't load. Yeah, it doesn't really say much apart from this here, but that's all that's really needed. Those look breathtaking. So yeah, this is one I'll just have to wait and see. It is a fairly recent pickup. I did have a mock-up of this, but I didn't want to play it, and it was a burnt CD-ROM. So this is the original, and I'm proud of that. So that's why I've waited. So yeah, this, really looking forward to it. And even if it's not that good, I can tell it's good. So it may or may not be one of the best shoot 'em ups on the Amiga, or indeed the most spectacular shoot 'em up. We shall see. But there we go. I'll be playing that in a few weeks' time. I'm not going to be very good, I can tell you that right now, but I will try practicing and see how far I get. So Vortex Design and Skills. I think Skills must be the programming team, and Vortex Design must have released it. But there we go. Wendetta, it could be Vendetta. Wendetta 2175. Maybe slightly lesser known shoot 'em up for the Amiga CD32.